All right, my nephews and nieces, this is going to be my first official build in NBA 2K26. You know, I like to start off with a lockdown. Now, I want to stress, this build was made during Community Day. There could be changes and adjustments. So this basically is just going to be a template of what could be potentially my build. We just don't know until that final patch comes in. I do know it was a shitstorm last year when it came to them making crazy adjustments after Community Day and we put content out. But I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be anything too crazy. But I just want to make that be known that there could be potential for things to shift in this builder. And I just want to put that out there because I do not want any type of issues. All right. All right. So let's go through this. I'm going 6'6", 180 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan. Right? That is the direction that I'm going with this build. 6'6s are absolutely cracked. In my opinion, there's a lot of value in here. And again, as you can see right here, when we look at my potential of what I can pull out of this, you see a lot of Hall of Fame badges, and the big ones are going to be Hall of Fame glove, pick dodger, etc. Now, some of y'all might be like, yo, Hall of Fame's a little too OP. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of attributes that you could get with a 6'6". So I just figured I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I go Hall of Fame with mine. Again, this could change, but at the end of the day, I feel like even though they, in a way, kind of took out the RNG in stealing, there's still a skill set to where, like Mike Wayne said, that as long as, you know, if you have Legend Glove, you will have more inches in that gray area to get a steal. And again, every single inch, pause, it matters. So you want to make sure, that's crazy. You want to make sure, well, in my opinion, I'm like, yo, I just want to make sure I can get it. So I'm starting off with the Hall of Fame, but again, it's really up to y'all how y'all want to do this. I'm pretty sure eventually, you know, we'll settle on something, but I'm just not trying to have to make builds over. I want to make one build. So I'd rather go high on my steal then go low. And some, if you make a lockdown build and you only have silver glove or gold glove, and then it comes out, people are like, yo, Legend is OP, then you kind of have to make another build over. I'd rather be like, nah, man, Legend glove's not good, but I'm like, all right, bet. Well, at least I don't have silver and it's gold that I actually need, okay? So now let's look at this breakdown here. One thing I want to point out, as you can see, I have 90 speed with 92 agility. So this lockdown is scooting. This lockdown is fast. There's a lot of, this build has speed, right? A lot of speed to this build. I have a 78 block, 94 steal, 94 defensive rebound. What does that mean? That means that I'm using my two sets of cap breakers right there. So 95. So I have a 99, the 99 defensive rebound and a 99 steal. So that's what I want to, you know, that's where I plan on using my cap breakers at. Now, you also see that I have, let me pause this real quick, an 87 driving dunk, and I have a 78 vert. That 87, 78, I get pro contact dunks for this. Again, I could use, as my season goes on, I could use my cap breakers there and be able to get an 89 driving dunk. That just takes 2 cap breakers, and then I'll be able to get 1 foot and 2 foot pro contact dunk animations. You ask yourself, why, if I'm a slasher, why do I want to have the ability to dunk? Well, for obvious reasons. Going back door, you want to have aerial wizard as high as you can. So I would have gold aerial wizard with this build. And at the end of the day, it's all about preference, but I love driving dunk. Okay, I do have the 40 standing dunk still to be able to get those two-handed standing dunk animations. Nothing changes from last year. Do not go 45, because if you go 45 or if you go 45, just do not equip the one-hand dunk, standing dunk animation. It gets blocked. Two-hand is the best way to go, okay? Now, you also see here I have a 78 3-ball. That 78 3-ball will give me set shot specialist on silver. So I can pause it right here. You see I have set shot specialist on silver. There's a couple options you can go here. I was like, yo, I can use my max +2 to be able to get this from silver to Hall of Fame. And that's where I'm thinking about going with my max +2. I do want to stress max +2, you have to achieve that. Last year, it was like you can get the max +1 at like level 15. And then you can get the max +2 at level, I'm not sure whatever level that was. So just keep that in mind. Your specialization, which again is another area where you can go. Me personally, I want to specialize in shooting also, to be able to permanently upgrade a set of my shooting badges, which will probably be set shot specialist. I don't know. Like I said, we just kind of have to wait until the game comes out and we play a little bit to realize what you want to specialize in. Theoretically, I could also try to specialize in ball handling, but that doesn't make any sense in my opinion. So it will come down to, since my defense is pretty much maxed out, I will specialize in shooting or in finishing. But I think that shooting might be the best route to go. So that's what I will try to specialize in. But also, as you can see, I have a 70 ball handle with a 75 speed with ball, as you're going to see when it comes down here. As we go down, waiting. All right, well, I guess we can talk about pass accuracy. So pass accuracy, as you can see, I will get break starter on bronze, diamond on bronze, just kind of like how it was last year. Nothing really changes in that area because I felt like, there wasn't needed a lot of changes anyway because, the builder was solid. Big one here is that I do have a 70 ball handle, so you are able to put the ball on the ground. And of course, 75 speed with ball will still allow you to get Zach LaVine and the other dribble SIGs on this game, so that's important. You have lightning launch on silver. All right, and I pause it because this is important here. Depending on how you play, like, if you're running with a comp lineup or like your traditional comp lineup and you are going to be the lockdown on the threes in the park, there is, you're most of the time you're just going to sit corner, but there's opportunities to where you can catch the ball out of that triple threat, be able to dribble a little bit and explode out. You are able to get a lot of explode out your left and right hand with a lot of dribble styles. So you're able to do that. So having gold could be really, really like it could be the difference of getting, bumped or getting straight to the basket and getting an easy dunk, So again, the versatility of this lockdown, in my opinion, is just what I want in my lockdown. I got everything that I need on the defensive end. This is going to be the fastest lockdown you can get. And the reason why and again, I want to stress also, the reason why you want to go 6'6" is because a lot of people now are going to be running with 6'6", 6'7", and 6'8" big, like guards. So if you try to go to the 6'5", 6'4" guard, I just don't know if that's going to make any sense because you're not going to be able to really contest them and challenge them as much as you think you will be, all right? Now, by going 6'6" and going with as much speed as I did, obviously I do not have a movable enforcer, but that offsets because of the height of this lockdown and the speed. But again, that could be, you might want to prefer to be a little bit slower, but come on, 90 speed, 92 agility, to me is all you need, man. Like, it's going to be fast, like, because remember, ball handlers are very fast this year. They can dribble really, really fast. So for a defender, you want to have that 99 perimeter defense, okay? Remember, your perimeter defense is also attached to what? Your lateral quickness, right? So that's another thing that I should have said in the beginning. So if you're like, yo, I don't care to have legend badges, well, having 99 lateral quickness, you should want that at least, right? So keep that in mind. As you can see, all these badges here will be legend. Off ball pass, pick dodger. Same thing here, glove, interceptor, that will all be legend. All right, so that is something to keep in mind. Same thing for the block. As I work my way down to the block, I have high flyer denier on silver and I have paint patroller on bronze. Now, once again, this is where you could start. You could use your max +1 and get high flyer denier on gold, or get your paint patroller on silver, depending on what the meta is and how effective these badges are, and are you getting beat to the paint a lot. That is something to keep in mind and consider, because at the end of the day, there's so much you can do with the max +1, max +2, and your specialization. Hell, theoretically, you could specialize in defense still. And what you could do is obviously use those specialization to get a better paint patroller badge or a better chase down badge. So you can do that also. Now, of course, here in the defense, I did go 60 just to be able to get that defensive rebound, that rebound chaser on bronze. I felt like that was needed and wanted. I don't know why I went backwards. There we go. So that is something to keep in mind. Rebound chaser, to me, I got to be able to get the defensive rebound if I'm crashing the boards. That's one of the, to me, that's a must. I know some people have lockdowns that have no rebounding, but for me, I need to have that rebound chaser. You can see though, this build is absolutely stacked. 90 speed, 92 agility. Again, like I said, you have the slippery off ball. That's important. That slippery off ball will allow you to get be able to go back door easily. Again, that is something that a lot of people won't be able to have, because you need to have a high agility to be able to do that. And I wanted to go back to my, okay, here we go, driving layup. Let me see if I go down to my driving dunk. There we go. So as you can see right here, you have Aerial Wizard on gold. I know I spoke about that, but there you have it. You have Aerial Wizard on gold. And when you use 2 cap breakers to get to 89 driving dunk, you will have Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard. So you have Hall of Fame Aerial Wizard. And another thing you could do, if you want to use your max plus, I know like I'm probably would go with my shooting, but let's say for instance shooting is easier and you're cool with this silver, right? And then let's say like, you know, you are playing in rec, you know, maybe you want to use your max plus 2 to get that posterizer from gold, I'm from silver up to Hall of Fame. You know, like there's so much that you can do with these builds that I could sit here yapping. I could be yapping all day, right? So I just want to put that out there, that there is a lot that you can do with this. All right, now let's talk about the takeovers. All right, so as you see, I'm going down and I'm trying to figure out which one to have, so I just passed it, so I'm going on glue. So this is the glue takeover. All right, and again, as you see, the requirements are in the bottom right corner, but what this is going to do is going to boost my steal, my block, and my perimeter defense. Well, since I already know I have a 99 steal, 99 perimeter defense, it really just comes down to the ability, which glue is lock up ball handlers to force stops, pickups, and fumbles when bodying them up, higher efficiency and getting on ball and passing lane steals. So that's what you really want to try to get is glue. Not trying to get, but that is one of the options that you can get will be glue. And as I move down to the next one, right, this is Fortress. This is the same thing. It gives you glue takeover. This has defensive rebound, so I was like, hell to the nah, not doing that. Gifted hands, as I passed gifted hands. I don't know why I passed it, but same thing here. What makes this one really good is that you will have a 92 driving dunk, right? You still get that defensive glue. This is nuance, is actually something that I was like, yo, this is not bad, because again, being able to get those backdoor cuts or just being able to fast break, being able to finish on the fast break with a good dunk is, you know, game changing, especially if your guard's isoing at the top and he's like, yo, go back door. You have the confidence knowing that I have a really good driving dunk. So you're able to take over with that. So that's something to keep in mind. And again, as I go down here, there is one more that I missed, and hopefully I went back to it. I didn't. Oh, that's crazy. I just passed on gifted hands. So I guess I didn't go back down on the gifted hands. So did I go back down? Come on. Did I go back down? Let's see. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay. Well, gifted hands was another takeover, but as you can see, nuance is the one that I'm definitely was like, yeah, this is the one I want to go with. And then here you have it, man. Like, this is, the name is crazy. Two-way, high-flying wing runner, okay? Now, you look at my strengths. My strengths is I average high steals per game, excellent perimeter defensive positioning, explodes without tightening the frame, and then flies down the court because I have 90 speed. And then my weakness is predictable with ball movement, can be sloppy with the ball. Well, duh, I only have a 70 ball handle, but that's not going to be my job, right? But this is a versatile lockdown with a very rare name, two-way, high-flying wing runner, all right? But y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about this lockdown. Again, I want to stress there could be some changes and adjustments. This is, you know, coming out right off the press from Community Day. And so obviously, you know, if things change, I will do that. But I just want to let you know, this is what I am thinking. This is kind of like my template of what I can work with. And then we'll wait until release and see if this is something that's going to be truly official. But yeah, there you have it. This is my lockdown build. This is going to be, in my opinion, game-changing build. But other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with a banger, man. You know, when I say back soon with a banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.